there YouTube, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how I usually pack indefinitely with only a travel backpack. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Guy, and this is the travel backpack that I've been developing. I have quite a bit of experience traveling. I do videos about travel gear, reviews, and just the development of my own travel backpack, the one you guys just saw. If you want to join the journey, feel free to like and subscribe. But yeah, without any further ado, let's actually get into the video of how to pack indefinitely with only a travel backpack. For starters, the first thing I actually usually recommend if you're trying to travel with only a backpack is invest in a good backpack. Obviously, you guys might be looking at me and being like, well, aren't you biased? You're creating your own travel backpack. Yes, you are indeed correct. I am biased. But I've also been traveling with only a backpack for quite a bit of time. And when you only have one backpack and that's your home, away from home, trust me, you don't want it to fail on you. So I always recommend investing into a good quality backpack. It doesn't have to be super expensive. Just make sure that it has good materials and good longevity, and that it's gonna work for what you need. My biggest recommendations when looking for a carry-on specific bag is usually to stay within 28 to 35 liters. If you really want to push it, 40 should be okay for most airlines. But if you're in more restrictive markets, or if you're traveling through Europe or Asia, 28 to 35 usually stays within a safe range. With that being said, let's actually get into packing and what I recommend taking whenever you're going on a trip. So here, I always recommend also getting something that opens up nice and big. It can be either clamshell or suitcase style opening. Depends on your preference. I personally prefer suitcase style opening for travel backpacks just because I feel like it works a little bit better. So, all right, clothes. Let's get into that. So here's usually where people make the biggest mistake, and that is packing their clothes. So most people tend to overpack way more than they need. Secret isn't to pack more. I'll tell you guys what the secret really is. But here's like the system that I usually use. Whenever you're trying to choose what clothes you're gonna be packing, try to do a capsule wardrobe. So what that basically means, all of your shirts go with all of your pants, that go with all of your shoes, that go all well together, regardless of what combination you go with. So usually instead of using very stamped out colorful shirts or with graphics on them, try to keep it simple. It's the most versatile way of dressing, and you can honestly mix and match without worrying whether you're gonna look good or not. I always try to travel with a fair amount of clothes that can get me by pretty much any situation. Always try to figure out why you're traveling. If you're going indefinitely or if you're going for a specific case, try to tailor it towards that. So if you're going indefinitely and you're gonna be working, pack stuff that you're gonna be able to dress up. And if you're not, just pack regular clothes that you're gonna be able to wear every day, right? If it's warmer, dress warmer. If it's colder, dress colder. But try to figure out what you're gonna need for the most part. With that being said, here's a good rule of thumb. I usually pack about 5 underwear. So 5 underwear, 6 pairs of socks, 4 shirts. And I will say, I will usually be wearing a shirt. So if you're going somewhere that you want to dress nicer, you can switch out 1 t-shirt for an actual button-up shirt. It's pretty easy change you can do. And then 2 pairs of pants and 2 shorts. So that's usually what I will pack if I'm going on a bigger trip or if I'm just traveling indefinitely. And like I said, tailor it to your needs. So if you're gonna go to work, bring workier stuff. If you're going for leisure, bring leisure clothing. Adapt to your needs. With that being said, I don't just throw my stuff into my backpack. That would be what I call a big no-no. And there's 2 reasons for that. 1 is I like being organized. And 2, that actually takes away from the space that you're gonna be able to pack with. So my recommendation is actually to get some packing cubes. Not just any packing cubes. So I highly recommend getting compressible packing cubes. Over here, I actually have 2 very, very good packing cubes that I've been using for a bit of time. One is the Firo packing cube. The other one is the Peak Design Medium packing cube. Both of which have compression on them, so you are able to extend them out, or, let me find a zipper, pack them in if you need to. With that being said, I always recommend having them extended out when you're packing the actual bag. That way, you're able to maximize the amount of space that you have in them so you can compress it down later. So usually, I will be wearing one of the pants or shorts while I'm traveling, so I'm just gonna pack 3 of them for you guys. I'll actually separate it out. And I will say, if you guys are looking for clothing, don't sweat it. Pack what you actually have and what you like wearing. That's more important than actually getting compressible clothing or travel clothing. With that being said, I do have 2 pairs of pants that are by, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the name of the brand. With that being said, I do have tech pants which are just travel pants, which are meant to be super thin. And I kind of recommend them because if you're wearing pants, it is nice to be able to pack them in. And I will say, like, these shorts by American Eagle, I think, are thicker than the actual pants. So that's just that, if you guys were wondering. But yeah, I usually put those at the bottom, and I prefer packing flat instead of packing like all rolled up. I know there are advantages to both, but in general, I feel like it's just easier to pack like this. Gets less wrinkly, it's easier access in my opinion. So I usually tend to pack like that, if you guys were wondering. But yeah, so I'll usually put in my pants, then shirts, then I will put my underwear, and then my socks. So that way it's a little bit more organized. And but yeah, like I said, I usually recommend uncompressed at first. That way you can maximize the amount of space and then compress it back down. Makes it easier for packing. So let us actually pack this down. So as you can see, this is packed down and there's still space within this packing cube, even though it is a huge packing cube. So usually I just have it right there. So once you got your clothes packed, pretty simple. I tend to go with electronics. So if you guys are new to my channel, I have been developing my own travel gear that maximizes just the amount of stuff that I'm able to carry in the most organized way possible. Let's put it that way. I try to do stuff that is flexible. And this here is actually my tech pouch. Also, still not for sale. It's just in development. But here, I'll show you guys how I usually pack this out. So there should be a very nice opening, and I will put this over here. I usually like to put it at the top because it just fits super well. But here, I usually have a few electronics. I'll usually take my mouse because I've been like doing video editing and all that sort of stuff. I'll actually move this a little bit closer to here. I'll carry my microphone, some camera gear, pens. So I just have this super organized the way I like it. I even carry around my little notebook. That way it's just easier for me. I don't have to keep constantly taking in and out tech where I'm gonna be taking it. It just makes the whole process easier, I'm not gonna lie. So that I usually put right there. And because of this little handle, it makes it super easy for me to access it while traveling on the plane. So I just usually keep it right like that. I usually recommend bringing chargers. Obviously, I don't know how you're traveling, but if you're going for work, bring stuff that you're gonna need for work. I usually carry my laptop, so I'll actually pack that out in a bit. But bring the chargers you're gonna need. If you like photography, bring stuff for photography. The key of traveling is to do it in not the most minimal way ever, but just the way that you like doing it, right? So I always say, if it's something that really matters to you, bring it along. If it's not, and you can live without it, don't just pack everything just in case, because you'll be packing forever. With that being said, let's get to the toiletries. So for toiletries, I actually tend to keep it pretty simple. I like using the Kobe, whatever the heck name it has, and the gravel pouch. This is where I usually keep my liquids. Most of the times I'll put like conditioner bottle and a shampoo bottle in here. Sometimes if I know I'm going to like an Airbnb or a hotel, you don't really need it just because most hotels already have it. And if you really, really need something, you can always just go out there and buy it, right? So this is what I usually use for the liquids. And then I usually put like my toothbrush and some like grooming stuff in general over in the Kobe pouch. Usually keep this one by the sink and the other one in the shower. It just makes my life a whole lot easier. And here is the key for actually packing less clothes. It's not just packing less, it's actually this. Do your laundry. Wow. Woo! Laundry, yay, you're traveling for laundry. I know it sucks. Honestly, the best way I've found to do it is you wear something the day. If it's pants or shorts, you can go a few days without washing them. If it's a shirt or underwear, just bring it with you to the shower, take it off, scrub it a little with like something you can use for laundry and washing yourself. So that's why I honestly been using like Dr. Bronner's 18-in-1, because it is good for laundry, but it is also good for just everyday use. It's a great soap. So I actually literally bought like 8 or 10 of them when I went to the US and just been keeping them for when I travel. So yeah, if you're wondering how it is that you can keep so little stuff while traveling, clothes-wise, this is how. Just wash it. And like I said, instead of waiting to do laundry, just hop on in the shower, take it off, scrub it a little, wash it right there, and then pack it. And then this is a recommendation that I usually like also giving, is using the Matador soap pouch, it just dries your soap in there. I don't know what the heck it does, but it basically allows your soap to dry without making a mess and making all of your stuff like slimy. So here's a easy recommendation. So yeah, usually I'll just have those two. I'll usually put the soap in the soap pouch, but for today's purposes, since I'm not actually traveling right now, and I'm only going Sunday for 4 days, and I'm not gonna actually pack all this much stuff, this is my honest recommendation. And then usually I just put it into the front pocket, because if I am traveling, I like to have my toiletries nice and available. That way I'm able to literally access it as fast as possible, which brings us to our jackets, right? So like I said, if you're going somewhere colder, I actually recommend packing more cold stuff and layering it up than just not packing it or overpacking. These are usually the jackets that I bring. This is a merino wool, unbound merino hoodie. Pack's pretty small, which is great. And it keeps you pretty dang warm, which I really like. And then I have this Rab like rain jacket. It's apparently the one that packs the smallest in the world. I really like it. It's super lightweight. It's kind of ugly, but you know, if I'm just trying to avoid rain or get warm, layer these two and I'm good to go. So usually I'll just throw this over there. Usually I'll just take one or the other, or it depends how cold it is, but if it's a warm place, I'll just take one or the other. I don't really use umbrellas all that much, though they are pretty small and you are able to fit it pretty nicely. So if you want an umbrella, feel free to take an umbrella. That's actually not the worst idea ever. And I usually put this in the front pocket, or I'll go wearing it. If you're wearing it, it's not gonna take up any space, so that's a bonus. And I usually just put it in the front, and then I'll just zip it up. And that's pretty much how I'll carry my stuff. So some alternative gear recommendations that I want to give you guys regarding the tech pouch and the backpack. I guess the tech pouch, my favorite tech pouch is not even a tech pouch, I'm not gonna lie, other than the one I've been developing, just from experience so far. Like honestly, when traveling, I've been using the Sitta sling quite a bit. It just allows me to use it as a sling whenever I want to, but also use it as a tech pouch if you just remove the straps. And I will say, I have modified it a little bit with the actual strap. So one thing that I have been doing is I just got easier buckles to make this more versatile. That way I can snap it on or snap it off as easily as I want, which makes using this 10 times better in my opinion. But yeah, but other than that, that's basically how I usually pack. And then like I said, I'll have obviously some miscellaneous stuff, like I'll carry my passport around, I'll carry like my laptop around. So I guess I can actually pack out my laptop real quick for you guys. Yep, laptop goes right there. If I'm going for work, sometimes I like carrying my little my little Bluetooth keyboard. It's pretty slim, fits pretty nicely. So yeah, I usually pack that right there, and then I'll usually put my keyboard right there. And then one other recommendation that I like giving is actually to use this. So I guess I can show it on this camera. So this is a little product Firo made. It's their expandable keychain. This is so awesome. So if you guys are just looking for stuff to keep your keys, I honestly love their keychain. And then I just put it on my key leash and it just makes my life so easy. But yeah, and for shoes, I usually only carry one pair of shoes because like I'm just one person, and just honestly, so usually I'll just carry one pair of shoes. I'll try to make it as versatile as possible, so it's sneakers that are able to go a little bit fancier and that are a very neutral color. I actually wear gray sneakers instead of black or white. These are actually the shoes that I usually pack. As you can see, it's stuff that you can wear casually, but it's also stuff that you can wear to a nicer dinner if you're going to a party, stuff like that. You can dress these up, dress these down. And because they're gray, they go well with black, they go well with blue, they go well with khaki, they go well with everything. So I just really like these shoes. And they're pretty comfortable. Are they the most comfortable shoes ever? No, but I honestly prefer the versatility when it comes to them. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you guys are interested in learning more about the backpack that I've been developing, I'm gonna leave the link down in the description to my website, but feel free to like and subscribe and share this video to anyone that's overpacking, because this has made my life so much easier. And I guess I can just show you guys what this looks like while packed. So this is what the backpack looks like on me. Has everything I need. I will say I do usually bring out my camera and a small tripod, but I'm currently using them to film, so I can't actually show how I'm gonna pack it out to you guys. But yeah, the tripod is tiny and it fits in the water bottle pocket, and the camera I usually have around me, so I don't actually pack it out. But yeah, this is how I usually pack for indefinite trips. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful day.